Well, in order to be somewhat timely, I'm going to go ahead and get us started here this evening. I know classroom teachers are anxiously awaiting for families to join them as well. So good evening, Creekside Crew families. I'm Mrs. Reich, the proud principal of Creekside Intermediate School. This year marks my 7th year as principal at Creekside, my 13th year in administration, and my 27th year in education. I'm a Dexter resident and have raised 3 children in the Dexter community. My youngest son, as well as my grandson, are still students in Dexter schools. I enjoy spending time with both my school and my home family. I love the outdoors and almost all outdoor activities. And the only thing better than a day spent in the woods is a day spent with students at Creekside. We would like to take time to thank the families of Dexter for their patience, dedication, and support throughout these most unusual times. The worldwide pandemic has left us scrambling to find ways to secure safe educational environments for our children. The schools have been working nonstop to meet the needs of our children and families. We are in uncharted territory, and while this may not be what we had hoped for this school year, we are looking forward to getting to know our Creekside crew members, returning and new. Open House at Creekside is a celebration of the start of a new school year. It's a coming together of community with the anticipation of all that a new school year brings. This year, we hope to provide you with information, inspiration, and excitement for all the possibilities this school year holds. We will be learning new things together, families, teachers, and students. We will be learning about remote learning, how to access new technology, what strategies work best remotely, and how to bring our students back to school safely. As always, we will be focused on the whole child and how to support students and families with all that we have to offer. I'm excited for the promise this school year brings. Students, being a Creekside crew member is an important and memorable time in your Dexter education, and we promise to provide you all that being a crew member means, even if it looks a little different this year. Parents, your children are our #1 priority, and we need your engagement, communication, and support more than ever. Please know, crew members work together. Working together is our strength. In a few minutes, you will have the opportunity to connect with classroom teachers in their individual open house Zooms. Before you go to meet your teacher, we would love for you to be able to meet some of Creekside's shared staff that you will see during your time at Creekside. We will start with Mrs. Thompson. Mrs. Thompson is Creekside's amazing assistant principal. She has a few words for you this evening and will pass the torch to our building staff. When we finish, feel free to log in with your classroom teachers. You can access individual Zoom links on the email that was sent home. Please always reach out to us, share your successes and your struggles. We are here for you. We are the Creekside crew.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. I am Lauren Snyder Thompson, your assistant principal, and I can't tell you how excited I am to start this school year. I've been in education for 12 years, 2 years as a middle school teacher, 4 years as a special education teacher, 3 years as the district graduation coach, and I'm now in my 3rd year as the assistant principal here at Creekside. In addition, I'm a homegrown assistant principal. I grew up here in Dexter and even graduated from this very building as it used to be the high school. I have a 13-year-old son at Mill Creek and am the women's varsity basketball coach at the high school. Although it's not going to be a traditional school year, I believe it's going to be an incredibly meaningful year for all of our students, families, and staff. This will be a year of firsts. First school year to ever start online, first year to wear masks to school, the first year to meet your teacher through a Zoom call, the first year meeting our classmates virtually, and so on. These new experiences are often memorable, and it is our hope to pack your year with positive memories and meaningful connections between our staff and you. With this in mind, Parents, please be ready for us to concentrate and front load most of our classroom instruction on building connections and relationships with your students in the first weeks of school. If they don't have a lot of heavy content at first, don't worry. Building connections and supporting our students is our priority and will make our instruction of content more effective in the long run. At this time, I would like to introduce our special area teachers, music staff, and our student support staff. At Creekside, your students will have one special area for about 7 weeks, and then will rotate to the next special. To further explain and to kick off our introductions is Mr. Fred Lagrow, who is one of our lifetime fitness teachers. And then we will end with our school counselor, Carrie Ragness. So Fred, go ahead and take it away.
Thanks, Ms. Thompson. Good evening, everybody. My name is Fred Lagrow. I'm one of the lifetime fitness teachers at Creekside. This is my 19th school year at Creekside, and I'm fortunate enough to say that I've taught all 19 at Creekside, which is pretty awesome. I'm married. I've been married for 17 years. I have 3 children. I have a freshman, 6th grader, and a 4th grader this year. So just like all of you, I am right in the midst of it, and it's a great time. I don't have a lot of time to go over the details of our class and what it's going to look like and feel like tonight, but I have drafted an email, and I will be sending that out this weekend so that the parents of the students that I'm teaching will have more information to know what our class is going to entail this year. The 5th grade classes that I'll start teaching this year will be Mrs. Baker, Mrs. Shipley, and Mrs. McCallum. So those classes will be with me in Lifetime Fitness for the first 7 weeks or so. And the 6th grade classes are Mr. Brown and Mrs. Newsom. So I look forward to meeting them. If there's anything in that email that I did not get to, or any questions you have, please feel free to email me. Communication will be key this year. And I just want to close by saying that, we've got a job to do this year. We're very passionate about our job. And whether we're in the building, we're virtual, we fully intend on fulfilling that role. So we look forward to it. We can't wait to see and meet your students on Tuesday. And with that, I would like to introduce my awesome team teaching partner, Angie Scott. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Lagrow. Hi, everybody. I am Angie Scott. This is also my 19th year in Dexter schools. I started for the first 15 years at the high school and have since been at Creekside and absolutely love my move. My husband and I have been teaching here also. He retired last year, and we raised our kids here. We've been lifelong residents of Dexter. We have a 22-year-old who is in the Air Force, lives in Virginia with his wife, Taylor. And then we have a 20-year-old who is in his 3rd year at Eastern Michigan. We love to travel. We enjoy golfing together, watching sports, going for walks and working out. And we're really looking forward to, as Mr. Lagrow said, to an awesome first kind of year. This year this quarter rotation, I will have the Parachek, Mrs. Brown and Miss Breitner, as well as for 6th grade, Miss Webby and Mr. Javis. So we were excited to see our rotation very soon, and then we will get to our rotation 2 in about 6 or 7 weeks. And I'd like to give it over to Mrs. Montero.
Thank you, Mrs. Scott. So my name is Jane Montero, and I teach 5th and 6th grade art here at Creekside. This is my 31st year of teaching. 19 of those have been at Creekside, or I should say in Dexter, because my first year was at Wiley when they were building the new high school. Prior to that, I taught in Southern California. I've also been married 31 years, so it's easy to remember both of those dates, I guess. I earned my master's degree back in 1991 from University of Southern California, and I'm currently 2 years into my doctoral dissertation, and I'm writing it on empathy and art education. So for this first rotation, I will be seeing Mrs. Norris, Mrs. Melvin, and Mrs. Butler's homerooms. And those classes, I look forward to meeting with you on our very first day of school. We have a shortened schedule, and there are Zoom links that will be shared with you. If art is not your first rotation, just a reminder that last spring we had a really successful virtual art club, and I will be sharing information with you about how you can join that. There is a Facebook page for Art at Creekside that I update, so you can look for announcements a little bit more on that. And just to piggyback off of what Mr. Lagrow and Mrs. Scott said, we've been working really hard. And since June, I've been planning Canvas courses and working on getting individual art kits for the first rotation. So we're really looking forward to getting this year off and going. And I know it's not the way any of us really thought it would be, but we're excited to get started and to meet everyone. So if you do have any questions, feel free to email me at monteroj@dexterschools.org. And at this point, I'm going to turn it over to Ms. Darling, our media specialist. Thank you.
I am Ms. Julie Darling. I am the media specialist here at Creekside. This is my 17th year in education, and I've been in Dexter schools for 11, but I've actually been in the Dexter community for 13 years. I started out as the teen services librarian at the Dexter District Library. And I'm excited actually to share that the media specialists have been working with the Dexter librarians and tech on trying to get more ebooks into the hands of Dexter students. We're still working out the details, but keep an eye on the Creekside newsletter, the e-newsletter that comes weekly, and I will share details there. I know a lot about 5th and 6th graders. Not only have I been working with them for a while, I have a 5th grade daughter and a 6th grade daughter at home. Lucky for me, it is my very favorite age to work with. And I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Professora Bricio.
Gracias, Ms. Darling. Hola, Creekside crew. Soy Profesora Bricio. I am so excited to be the Spanish teacher this year for our 6th graders. This is my 11th year here in Dexter. I have basically worked in all of the buildings since I was hired. So I have experience, and a lot of times I end up seeing many of my older or younger students later on in Creekside or in a different building. So it's really exciting to see how we all change and grow. A little bit about me is that I have 2 children. One is in college, and I have a 7th grader. I have 2 puppies. I'm trilingual, and I have traveled to 21 different countries. Still hopefully going to be able to continue. My first rotation for Spanish classes will be with Mrs. Supez and Mrs. Dutcher's students. So in addition to our class time, I will also be available for questions and one-on-one support in my daily office hours. Also, we will have a Creekside Spanish Lunch Club on Thursdays at noon, and it is open to any student who would like to join. So I'm really excited to get started. Vámonos, adios, and I'm going to turn it over to our amazing Mandarin teacher, Lao Shu.
Thank you. 大家晚上好，我是罗老师。Good evening, Creekside students and parents. I am teacher Luo, 罗老师. So I will teach 5th grade Mandarin Chinese this year at Creekside. Yes, I moved up with you again. Also, I will teach 4th grade at Wiley. And this year will be my 6th year teaching in Dexter. And this year will be my 6th year teaching and learning the Chinese language together with you guys. I'm so excited. And I will have 2 classes get started next week. Mrs. Scott and Mrs. Mann's classes have received the Chinese folder. So it will be great. You have your Chinese folder handy when you come to my lessons. And all of the 5th graders will get your folder before the rotation begins. Every year I will have some new students who never learned Chinese language before. I understand you must be so nervous. So I want to let you know, don't worry, I will get you there. I will do my best to support you, so you will be great. We are going to have a wonderful year at Creekside this year, and I'm looking forward to seeing you very soon. 谢谢，再见. Thank you. Bye. I'm going to turn it over to Mrs. Wilson.
Hello, I'm Rachel Wilson, and I am one of the band teachers at Creekside. I team teach the band classes with Mr. Damon and Dr. Moore. I live with my husband and one-year-old son, and I have been teaching in Dexter for 6 years and for 13 years overall. We are working on setting up Canvas classes and Zoom sessions for music classes for 5th and 6th graders. Our 6th graders can continue on this year with orchestra and band and choir, so we're really excited to continue that opportunity for them. And our 5th graders, we have worked out a schedule to reach all of the 5th graders with a music class to start this year while they are virtual. So they are not missing out on music to start the year, and we are really excited to build some connections with our students and start making some beautiful music together. I'm going to hand it over to one of our orchestra teachers, Mrs. Campbell.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Allison Campbell. As Mrs. Wilson said, I teach orchestra along with Matt Deloria. I actually just moved to Dexter a few weeks ago, so we're kind of in the throe of moving into a new house. I live with my husband and my son, who is also a year old, and our little corgi, Charlie. And it's really great to be in the community that I teach in. I graduated from MSU in 2013, and I've been with Dexter Schools ever since. So this is my first job, right? And but it's my 8th year teaching. For orchestra, we'll be using Canvas a lot, and we will be sending out emails through Blackboard. Instructions for the first day will be emailed out soon, so stay tuned on that front. If you ever have any questions, please feel free to reach out to myself and Mr. Deloria by email. We're really looking forward to seeing your kids in orchestra this year. We can't wait to get started. All right, I'm going to kick it over to one of our choir teachers, Mr. Cook.
Hi, everyone. I am Mr. Cook. I am the 6th grade choir teacher at Creekside. I also teach at Wiley Elementary, so I am excited to see some familiar faces this year. Two of my favorite things in the world are running on some trails and playing the drums. I did send out an email to all of the parents who filled out the enrollment survey. So if you did not get an email about starting the year with choir, then please reach out to me. We will be communicating through Canvas for students. Obviously, if students have any questions before the year starts, feel free to email me. But parents, look for that email. And if you maybe still want to join choir, you can feel free to send me an email and we will get you all set up. So I'm really excited to be singing and making music again with some familiar faces. I'm going to turn it over to our 5th grade choir teacher, Miss Burkhorst.
Thanks, Anthony. Hi, everybody. My name is Elizabeth Burkhorst, and I am the 5th grade choir teacher, and I also teach more music. If you don't know what more music is, it's like a continuation of your general music class, because at 5th grade, music is still a requirement. So if you're not interested in doing band, orchestra, or choir, you'll be with me for more music. This is my 9th year teaching and my 5th year in Dexter Schools. And I've been all over the place. So I primarily teach at Beacon Elementary. And when it was still Bates, I was over there. I've also helped Julie Bassett with the choir at Mill Creek. I've also assisted her at the high school. So I'm blessed to start to get to know all the families as they were my first years here. Now they're starting to come up to Creekside. So all these spaces are going to start becoming really familiar to me. I'm about to celebrate my 6th year of marriage, and we have a 2-year-old son, Grayson, and our golden retriever, Ripley. My husband and I are both natives to the west side of the state, so in our free time, we love to go over to the west side of the state and spend all of our free time on Lake Michigan with our families. And I'm really excited to make music with you guys this year, so let's get back into the classroom as soon as we can so we can start singing together. I'm going to hand it over to Mrs. Charlton.
Hi, welcome Creekside parents and students. My name is Mrs. Charlson and I'm the school social worker here at Creekside. I was recently remarried and am now a proud part of a blended family. My husband and I together have 3 kids in their 20s and a 6th grader. Although this isn't the way we all expected our school year to begin, here we are and what a year it will be. I'm looking forward to getting to know our new 5th graders and catching up with 6th graders. I sure miss all of you, by the way. I've been a social worker in the district for 20 years and have worked at many of our buildings. I've been here at Creekside for the last 6 years and love it. I enjoy working with students and families, and I'm looking forward to another great school year. I hope you all have a lovely weekend, and we'll all see you next week. I am going to pass the baton to Mrs. Ragness.
Hello, new and returning Creekside families. My name is Carrie Ragness, and I am the school counselor at Creekside, and I was counting, this will be my 11th year at Creekside Intermediate, but I have been in education now for 20 years. My role is to provide social and emotional support to students so they can be open to learning opportunities and make positive connections with others. I will have an 8th grader at Mill Creek this year, and my daughter will be a 5th grader at Creekside, so she will be part of the crew as well. I'm the final speaker tonight, so at this time, we invite families to move into their students' homeroom teacher Zoom meeting. As Mrs. Reich said at the beginning, there was a reminder email sent home today where you can find your link, or the teacher may have sent it to you directly. We can't wait to see all of our 5th and 6th graders next week for the first day of school, and hope you have a lovely evening.
Thank you, Creekside families.
Thanks.